What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new StarCraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro circuit, spawning here in the bottom left-hand corner of Blue Shift LE, playing with the red Protoss pieces. He's currently up 1-0 and wants to keep this series in his favor. His name is Showtime. And his opponent spawning in the cross position, playing with the blue Zerg pieces. He's currently down, but certainly not out. His name is Lambo. So guys, you guys can check out game number 1 between these two on the YouTube channel right now. And I gotta say that the play by Showtime was incredible. Just when you thought that Lambo was about to completely take over the game just by the sheer amount of bases he had, Showtime showed us that his unit composition was extremely strong, and I am very excited to see what he decides to do here in game number 2 between these two players. I gotta say, guys, I mean, Showtime has been a very consistent Protoss player over the years. He's done, you know, incredible amounts of work with the Protoss pieces and has been a big figure in the StarCraft 2 Pro scene. Lambo, on the other hand, has really, you know, is still somewhat newer to the scene, but is really making a splash in the circuit. He's been you know, playing higher and higher tier players and has done absolutely brilliant work. With that being said, so it looks like Lambo in this game is going to go for a very similar build. Hatch gas pool is going to be coming out of him. The same can be said for Showtime. Very similar build, going for that gateway into the assimilator, and now getting that natural nexus into the cybernetics core. Lambo's going to see exactly what's going on. Going to see that it is very standard once again by both players. So if you're Lambo and you're going up against Showtime right now and you're currently down 1-0, what do you do? You know, how do you kind of counter what Showtime did in game number 1? We'll have to see if he is able to at this point. There is a probe here that is waiting to see when that third base is going to be going up here for Lambo, and he's going to try to delay it as long as possible. Third base does go down. He does know the timing of it. Warp Gate research is going to be started. There will be an Adept coming out, and it looks like Showtime has decided to go with that Stargate play once again, and I love that because he is very good at the Stargate play. Whether he's getting Oracles, he's especially good with the mass amounts of Phoenixes. I love that Showtime is going for another Stargate. So it does look like on the opposite side we are going to be getting the Zergling speed upgrade relatively quickly, which is a very standard, of course, the most standard upgrade for a Zerg player. And we're going to be moving into, you know, kind of even though we're still in the very early stages of the game, I'm wondering, you know, which player is going to get somewhat of an advantage here. Looks like Lambo, he does know that there is obviously at least one Stargate out at this point, and I wonder if is Showtime going to go for the two Stargates relatively early in the game and start massing those, start massing some Oracles as well as possibly some Phoenixes. Should be interesting. The Phoenix play is really good, though, simply because you not only can get some scouting information, but you can also do a little bit of some damage at the same exact time. Now, this Spore Crawler is going to be a little bit late to coming up here. Don't want to lose, do not want to lose either one of these units, though. That is for sure. There will be queens there to kind of help with any other consistent aggression here by Showtime. So, looks like we're setting ourselves up for a macro-focused game once again between these two. I love it. And it looks like there is going to be a Warp Gate that's coming up, so a little bit of a change of what Showtime did in game number 1. He's going to get a couple more gateways. Got that Twilight Council. He's going to get that very early Templar Archives. And the question is now is it looks like he's gonna be going with some significant ground-based units here relatively early on into the game. Probably gonna go back into possibly getting more High Templar. I'm wondering if he's going to go with Immortals or what the case might be there. But it does look like there is an Evolution Chamber coming out now for Lambo, as well as that lair will be started. So looks like there is going to be a couple of Archons that are going to be coming out here. So we're going to probably see some Archon drops, which Lambo is going to have to deal with here. And it doesn't seem like there's a whole heck of a lot of... Okay, he did move some of these Zerglings as well as some of these Roaches here. So this should be fended off pretty easily. But this can also hurt quite a bit if you're not really, really careful. So very good defense so far by Lambo. Does look like Lambo may very well try to get the cancel on this third base here relatively soon. More and more Roaches are going to be coming out here. He's also getting that +1 upgrades as well as Glial Reconstitution out of for the Roaches. And then it does look like +1's going to be started here for Showtime. He's getting more and more gateways. And it looks like more and more, of these Immortals are going to be coming out here. It looks like there is going to be a little bit of a engagement here near the middle of the map. You do not want to lose that War Prism. That could spell disaster for our Protoss player. So, Roaches, Zerglings, and some Queens, at least at this point. Looks like the Swarm Host switch is what our Zerg player has decided to go for. Very interesting decision making there, as far as, I'm not sure if that decision is a really good one or not. I've been seeing more and more Zerg players go for the Swarm Host switch, and I think that's, I'm not very good at using the Swarm Host, so I don't usually use them. Oh, and a nice pickup there by Lambo getting that Oracle. But the Swarm Hosts are very powerful in numbers. They just are very supply heavy, so you have to be extremely careful when you're going up against an army that is Immortals, Archons, as well as High Templar. These Locusts, though, are going to be coming, and it looks like Showtime's going to have to back off here. I wonder if these Locusts are going to try to get the cancel here on all of these, of course, some of these pylons here, as well as the shield battery. The Locusts are going to chip away at those shield batteries relatively quickly. But it does look like, with all of that being said, not too much damage was really dealt there as of yet. These Immortals are going to start trying to move onto creep. Got to be very careful. These Roaches are starting to move towards that third base location. They are going to start moving in here. There is a lot of shield batteries as well as some photon cannons, so you got to be super careful about that. The Locusts are going to be coming into this chokehold, and you got to be really careful. Those High Templar, you do not want to lose those High Templar for practically free, and it looks like the Locusts are doing an incredible job, at least at this point, of getting a lot of kills here. The Roaches are starting to move in. The Swarm Hosts are starting to move in as well into this third base location. The Storms are absolutely on point. You have to be so careful right now. You do not want to lose these Swarm Hosts. And it looks like Lambo will back off. He's at 200 supply at this point. More and more Swarm Hosts are going to be coming up here. These Roaches are going to try to get the kills here on some of these Zealots. And these High Templar are getting so much value currently for Showtime. More and more Locusts are going to be coming out of those Swarm Hosts. You got to be really careful, though. There's going to be another push coming here. These Locusts are going to try to jump right on top of this army. They're getting a lot of value. You do not want those High Templar to go down here. And it looks like these Roaches, as well as these Ravagers, are starting to move on to the Protoss' side of the map here. He is getting a lot of value out of them. The Storms are just absolutely on point, though, at this point. They are just, so much value coming out of these High Templar. But if those High Templar go down, it is going to spell the end. There is a nice little run by here for Showtime of some of these Zealots. They are going to try to get the kill on this fourth base here. It does not look like that's going to be the case. And once again, Lambo is just pushing onto the Protoss' side of the map here, and it looks like that base will go down, which is the third base location. It does go down, and it does look like Lambo's base went down as well. So trading blows here. I still feel like Lambo is putting on so much aggression here, and he's got a significant amount more minerals as well. You do not want to lose all of these swarm hosts here. More and more of these locusts are coming here, trying to get the surround on this army. Beautiful surround here on this army. These locusts are going to drop right on top of all of these High Templar. He's going to try to take out all of those High Templar, and oh my god, the amount of devastation. GG is called, and Lambo evens up the score against Showtime. I hope you guys did enjoy this game, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.